All right, so let's take a look at how we would configure in our project to support JPA, right? So if we go under main, we'll notice that there's a resources directory, and if go under that, then we have application properties, which currently is empty, right? There's nothing in there. We're not configuring anything. So let's copy a couple of properties that we might want from here. One of them is the data source URL, certainly. Well, let's copy that. And in here is where you would tell us where the database is running. And if I remember correctly, we had some source that we were using in the data access object. This is the URL, right? It's JDBC MySQL localhost cs5200 spring 2020. So let's copy that, and we can paste that in here. Right, that's the URL. So no longer will we be hard coding this, right? Obviously, for the JDBC assignment, you will be, right? You will be, unless you want to use some XML or configure outside, you can certainly do that, but it's not required, right? When we do the JPA assignment, then we will be using the these properties. Yes. Other things we might need in here is we'll need a username and password. So let's copy that as well. And I believe we were using 5200 as a username and password. So let's copy that over here. And we can also tell the database to create the SQL for me and to print it out and show it in the console, right? I want to see what it actually writes. What? So let's paste that in here. So we'll say create. So create, what it'll do for me is that it will create the database for me. It'll drop anything that I have in the database. This is what's dangerous, right? If you already have tables in there and lots of information, this will cause a drop, right? It will drop all the tables and it will recreate the tables for me, right? So you have to use this with care. You have to be careful, right? Obviously, if it's a local environment, I own the environment. I can do whatever I want, right? But usually we would not ever let this go out into production. Right? Usually in production, you'll have a database that we've been using for quite a while, right? We don't want to drop that. But I want to demonstrate how it would create it for us. Other couple of things. In here, what we might do is the naming strategy. The SQL, let's copy everything here. Let's copy everything. And let's paste that in there. We need to put this like that. True comments. Okay. All right, there we go. So we configured it. So that's the first part, right? The second part is to download the libraries that implement JPA. Right now, I believe the only thing that we're including is the MySQL libraries. We're going to need the libraries that also implement JPA. So let's do that next.